Hey, what's up everyone? Pain Freak, the Freak Chef. Yeah. And today we're doing pork loin, but we're doing it rotisserie style on the grill. I got this cool little rotisserie setup, and yeah, we're gonna give it a shot with pork loin. I've never done pork loin on a rotisserie before on a grill, so we're gonna give it a shot. And so let's get started over here. So we got a couple things we need here. I put our pork loin in the fridge last night with a rub on it. Put my gloves on real quick. So this way all that seasoning seeps into the pork and flavors it really nice. So I'm very excited about that. I'm going to pour that out here on this tray. So I've been super wrapped here. This end's got like kind of a point to it. And we want to go right through the middle and just keep it as straight and even as possible, pushing it down towards your board. I'm going to try to get it a little more centered, coming out like that. And then we just kind of slide it on. We're going to adjust these here in a little bit, not quite there yet. But then we're going to slide another one of these onto this, because that's going to help, because we've got 2 loins. I'm cooking for 10 tonight, actually. Maybe 12, but so far it's definitely confirmed 10. So I want to make sure I got the extra to make sure I had plenty. So now we have our skewer on that. Just going to tighten that up so it doesn't slide down on us when we put the other one on. This one's going to face the loin this way. There we go. Now we're ready to put the other loin on. Following the same hole. You don't want to poke too many holes in these things. You don't want all the juices to run out. Right out the other end, just like that. And we'll put this skewer on it. Here we go. Alright, now I have my spikes kind of staggered. So that one comes in this way, another one comes that way, another one comes in this way, another one's offset that way. That'll just help kind of balance it out and hold it in place. And we can adjust our loin to fit those spikes right now. Alright, we're going over to the grill now. Let's do it. So here's the tricky part. We got to get one side in the, the handle's tight, one side in our little motor here. So we're going to stick that in first. And it's going to be easier to maneuver that around our heat source. We'll get this side in now. That in there. And we're going to have to move that. That's a problem real quick. Our grill's already preheated, so this is really hot, so we're going to have to move that fast. I'm just going to drop that over there on the stove there. Okay, now we're ready to kind of get this in place. We want this to we want to be able to close the lid. There we go. Just going to kind of get this adjusted in such a way. There we go. Alright, so this is plugged in and ready to go, and we want to catch a lot of these juices, so just do the best you can with whatever pan you can find that's long enough, and just get it under there to be able to collect them. And that should be good enough. We may lose a little bit on that side, but that's okay. We're going to kind of adjust our heat a little bit. I'm going to go a little low in, you know, kind of where it is, because we're going to close this lid. Once we get this all lined up the way it is going to work, we'll turn this thing on, make sure it turns, and there we go. Alright. Now, because I had to make these, because these don't clip on the side of this very well, I'm going to need to get I have like 2 little pieces of foil here to make sure the lid stays up high enough so it doesn't jam my motor while it's spinning. And I'll put another one on this side just for good measure. There we go. You want to keep as much heat in under the lid as possible, and this is going to take somewhere between 45 minutes to an hour, depending on your grill and depending on the size of the pork loin. And I'm going to make an awesome little sauce to go with this that I'm going to cook on the side burner or on that other stove over there here. It's going to be like a cranberry maple glazed sauce. So yeah, stick around. See you guys in a little bit. Oh, and don't forget to keep checking on your grill. Make sure the heat stays on, the flame is hot, and we're going to measure it. Once it reaches about 145 degrees, it's time to come off and let it rest before we slice it. And that's pretty much it. We're just letting this whole thing do its work and just let it spin. And this pan's going to collect all the juices, and it's going to be awesome when it's fucking done. Anyway, stick around. Sauce, need that. Start with some cranberry juice. Right in. Real maple syrup. Again, about a quarter cup. Now this is just simple jelly cranberry sauce. Fresh ground black pepper. Pinch of salt. Kosher, of course. Now, this is sliced pineapple I'm going to use for garnish. We're going to add that juice in there. You can substitute for orange juice. I like the pineapple juice because some recipes call for triple sec. I'm using our famous brandy. Break it up. Lid. Now,
we get to the pool, we already went to the diner, we ate, and we're just hanging out by the pool. Yeah. And so we ended up, so then like the next day we woke up,
as many points in there as possible so it doesn't bleed out. Alright, time to slice this thing up. It's rested. Time to wake it up with a fucking knife now. Oh yeah. While it was resting, to make sure juices don't seep out. And if you look at how awesome this meat actually came out, and the carryover is why we stop at 145 before we take it off. So I'm going to get this down on a cutting board. We're going to slice this thing up and ready to serve. Now check this out. Look at how awesome this is. Nice and juicy, perfectly done in the middle. And you can slice this as thick or as thin as you want. Some people like it thick, some people like it thin. And we're going to get this onto the rice. And we have our sauce right here. Ladle, give that a stir. And if you're plating just for a couple people, you do this on an individual plate. Spoon that jelly cranberry sauce over it on a bed of rice. But I'm going to fill this thing up and serve an entire family right now. So, thanks guys for tuning in. Don't forget to check out my cookbook. The full recipe will be in there. It's coming out later this year. I'm Pain Freak the Freak Chef. Don't forget about my cookbook called Eat My Fuck and enjoy my fucking food. Love you guys. Oh, by the way, links right down there. Check out my website, painfreakofficial.com. Love you guys.